So we meet again. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the garage. So we took the night off last night and worked on the race truck a little bit. So tonight we're back at it on the 3500. So the plan tonight is basically the same as it was the other night. Tie up any loose ends we have so we can get the trans back in this truck, get this thing moving under its own power, and get it going. So with that, I did make the decision. We're going to pull the rear main seal out and pull the adapter plate off and pull the rear main seal and replace the rear main seal. It's kind of foolish, a truck with this much mileage on it, not to pull the rear main seal and put a new one on it, I've decided. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're already there. We just got to wait, for parts here for a day or two. But that's the plan. We're going to put that rear main seal in, and that way that's good to go. Nobody has to worry. So we're going to do that here in a little bit. We'll get the flex plate back off, the adapter plate back off, the support brackets back off, get all that stuff we put back on the other night back off. So that's kind of the game plan tonight, is get it ready for the rear main seal. We might even pull the rear main seal out tonight, and just get everything ready to go on this truck. So after we get that done, we can slap the transmission and transfer case in, the drive shaft. Our drive shaft does need a little love, which I have to dig out of the snow here. But anyhow, maybe we'll get our fender liner back in, but we're going to start off the night with the front of the truck. We're going to get this reassembled. Basically, basically the other night I just kind of took it apart so I could take these fittings apart, see that we were getting cooler flow. So we'll put them all back on, try and get everything wiped down real good, and just get this whole front end reassembled. It's one less thing to do later. So yeah, that's what we're doing. We're going to get this thing back together, pretty much everything ready to go, so that we can get our 68 RFE back in this and get her on down the road. So let's get to it. All right, so looking at the seal, I think the seal was probably fine. Everything looks good there. But I did notice, like I said before, this whole bottom of the oil pan is kind of wet. So I was thinking maybe we did have a problem. Well, I don't think it was a seal. I think it was this bottom gasket. As you can see, pieces of that were just kind of breaking off. I don't honestly know if a new rear main seal comes with one of them or if it's part of the oil pan gasket. So I'll have to look into that. And what we'll end up doing is, if they don't, I'll just make a gasket and we'll use some RTV, get that all sealed up. But we'll get a new rear main seal. Now, I know that seal not being bad kind of sucks, but hey, we're here. you know, we're not going to want somebody to have to pull this thing back out or whatever. So I figured it was a good time to go ahead and do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean this up a little bit, and then I'll spray it down with some penetrating oil, just to make sure we don't get any rust or anything over the evening or the next couple of evenings, just to protect it, and then we'll get our new seal on there and all that. But yeah, like I said, I think this bottom gasket, because it was just coming off in pieces. You see how easily it was snapping. So we'll get that all fixed up, clean all this oil stain up, and yeah, this thing should be ready to rock and roll. Everything out at the truck is pretty well cleaned up as far as the tools and all that go. I do have some rags over the rear main seal area and penetrating oil on there so nothing happens. It hopefully won't be out for too long. Hopefully we'll have those parts in the next day or so. So the only real thing left to do to be ready to install this thing is to get this on the trans jack and get our transfer case mounted up to it. So I'll have to pull the adapter plate, the dipstick too. Nothing much. I also got my drain pan over there. Thinking that I'm gonna stand this thing up, and it probably won't be tonight, but at some point I'm gonna at least pull the pan on this thing. I'm really curious. Honestly, probably the rest of the trans is junk, so I'll probably end up pulling that front cover. I don't know. But we'll stand it up, get any extra fluid that's in it out, and yeah, get this old but new transmission ready to go. Maybe we'll clean it up a little bit too. It is a little oily. Well, there it is, guys. The transfer case is on. Our transmission's ready to go. I even got our cross member mount for the transmission on. Going to leave the dipstick on or in there until we actually get ready to put it in the truck so we don't get any crap in there. As you can see before, when I took this trans out, I just cut these lines off from the original setup, so we might actually just splice those back into the new ones. That's going to be something we have to figure out. But as far as bolting it up, this is ready to go. We just need to make that ready to go with the rear main seal, the adapter plate, the flex plate, and I got to find the converter for this. I'm pretty sure it's in the basement, but I'm not 100% sure where, because it's like a auto warehouse down there. It's a little ridiculous. I got stuff from all kinds of crap. So anyway, guys, pretty soon we'll be getting this transmission in there, and hopefully we can get to drive this thing here sometime soon. But yeah, really trying to make some headway. That rear main seal, I don't think the seal was a problem, but I think the gasket underneath was bad. So I think I am still glad that we went ahead and did that. I think that that's something that needed to be done, because that leak will only get worse and worse and worse. And so anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed. Please keep following along, subscribe to the channel, like the video. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Get out in your garage, get to wrenching on your truck.